Okay, we're live. Good afternoon, bookworms and impoverished little people and germs. Welcome to Paper Cut Sessions 1 with me, Gary Posh. You plebs will probably recognise me from the blockbuster movies Reservoir Cats, Jurassic Birthmark, Last and Furious 12, and even as an extra in Brookside for one episode in 1998. Also during lockdown I often walked around my property naked with the curtains wide open in case anybody needed a good cry. So if you were a passerby, that image is no doubt already etched into your brain. I used to be stupidly rich and famous indeed, but now I'm washed up, and what with political correctness at its apex, I can now only review pre-approved books to complete strangers online for free without backlash. Just to be clear, laughing is illegal, comedy is cancelled forever, because I say so, and I'm famous. In turn, the sooner you divs awake to this, the better. If I say jump, you say I'm already approaching the springboard. For today's epic read, and against some heavy criticism from average lowlives like yourself, it has been recommended that I fizz my pupils over this groundbreaking page turner for the advanced multilingual reader, or those that have already read the back of their cereal packets. Ladies, gentlemen, or whatever you identify as, should cover all bases, shouldn't it? I present to you the OX28 4JT Brita Water Filter Jug Instruction Manual for the less Shakespearean type, and what a truly phenomenal recommendation it was and is. I was reluctant to throw my more intelligent head into this than yours, as I don't speak 88 of the 89 languages it is written in. Nevertheless, this pocket-sized gem, riddled with suspense from the get-go, is conveniently designed to flip open with ease like no other book any human, animal, plant, gas or material would ever read. Better? You may wish to, and with ease I might add, read this on public transport, in your car, when queuing for a supermarket, or even in a beach next to a swarm of wasps gathering inside a half-eaten cornetto. It's packed with mind-blowing facts. For example, did you know that water filters permanently absorb metals such as lead and copper that may be present in your water due to domestic plumbing or as a result of dunces throwing face wipes down the toilet? Pretty gripping stuff. If you're looking for a hypnotic thriller that begins with "Thank you for purchasing our Brita water filter" and ends with "No caso di jaro filtro translatte mio condetto possessio", then this is the 5-star jaw dropper for you. This is what should be a bestseller, is not available in good bookshops, if you dense half-wits even know what a bookshop is. So you'll need to purchase a Brita water filter for £31, then you'll receive this slender publication for absolutely no money at all. Next week I'll be reviewing the controversial mucky magazine with more words than usual, sometimes referred to as 50 Shades of Grey, and from an alternative angle. Is Christian Grey somebody with a troubled dark past that had a tough upbringing, scared to unveil his inner emotions and secretly knits baby clothes for charity? Or is he just a massive dirty sex pest? Tune in next week to find out. And thank you for not scrolling past me at 500 miles per hour after 1 second viewed. I must now depart to link up with some of my fellow smug celebrities to do an endless amount of very wealthy activities that you'll never be able to afford to do in your lifetime, which of course will include sneering at and slating the public, naturally, then taking to social media to post the mirror opposite of what I just said and think, because I desperately seek the validation of dim but headstrong keyboard warriors to inflate my already monstrous ego. Have a tip-top day, you senseless melts. Ta-ta!
Hello, good evening everyone. Today I'm with Dominic Douchebag. Dominic Douchebag, how are you?
I'm smug as a bug in a ridiculously expensive rug. Attention to me, please.
So tell me how you've been coping with lockdown.
The lockdown is over now, dear, isn't it? But it was hard for us all, me especially, because I'm incomparably richer than you, naive, biased, and went to public school, so I tick all the boxes for the New World Order, and nobody can challenge my potty mouth, or I'll ostracise them until they lose their job or worse. Veering back to your question, one of my maids was unable to visit the other day, so I had to take a plate to the dishwasher for myself. It was horrendous. I almost went stir crazy, sitting in numerous locations of my altered stately home, including the gyms, the swimming pools, the spas, the rugby stadiums and the food courts. I had a broken mind struggling to cope, but we're all in exactly the same boat. Well, not exactly the same boat, because my fleet are moored at one of my private lakes, and nobody that earns less than £2 million per annum in the public domain is allowed on them, apart from, well, pre-vetted paparazzi I selected. And besides, they wouldn't have got past my 180 feet electric fences and the armed guards on the patrol towers. But anyway, we're all in exactly the same boat together. It's traumatic.
Now tell me about the poor people, how they're coping in the lockdown.
This is Britain. I do think about the vagrants, like the ones that wear England tops and cheer on their nation football team to score a goal. The ones that say inherently hyper-racist things like great pass and tackle him, and those that eat McDonald's, and those that have to work dangerously hard every day for the most basic of life. One day I was eating quail's eggs on the chaise lounge, and I telephoned my butler to fire up my helicopter to walk me to my chauffeur, who drove my Porsche to my helipad at the end of my obscenely enormous garden spanning 11 different postcodes. I directed my pilot to fly me to a homeless person and hover 20 feet above their head, and placed on a level 5 radiation suit and opened the helicopter window ever so slightly, just enough to slide out a bag of cheese and onion discos onto the poor person, so that I didn't have to look at them, touch them, or share the same air as them, as unfortunately I'm allergic to poor people. And before the crisps have reached the ground, I frantically tugged on my pilot's shirt sleeve and instructed him to fly away very quickly to ensure that there was precisely zero chance of the job dodger engaging in any conversation with me. Once back at my acres, I shower in woody oriental accords that contain a mesmerising trail of pink peppers, frankincense, geranium and sandalwood at £500 a bottle. Then have my chef rustle up a little snack, like a little panda heart or any respiratory organ of an endangered species really. And then maybe go for a game of croquet and with hired helps, and then post on social media that exaggerate the day's events, saying that I single-handedly saved the planet from definite famine and global hunger with my excessively good deed. Then sit back guzzling gold sherry from my brewery, waiting for the vain gutter snipes to scroll down onto my update and heart my status and tell me how wonderful I am. To summarise, I am worried about the poor people, and I have addressed this because if all the paupers die, I'll have nobody to vigorously patronise.
Do you know Jamie? Jamie, Green Lace.
I only know egotistical and complacent people, my dear, and I've never heard Gary Lineker or Lily Allen mention that name before. They must be a poor person. Actually, cut. I'd like to go again on that question.
That's it for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Next week we'll come up with more good, aggressive, and more real news.
Have a wonderful day, you rank, rustic, insolvent, destitute algae. Many hugs. Love, Double D.